Hello everybody, how you doing today? Hope your weekend's going well. And today I'm going to be smoking Morton Original. Great tin art. There's the mixture. And I'm smoking it in my Sumerler poker. My favorite all-around poker for car, for home. Virtually indestructible. Great blast. And it's a pipe made in Italy. They're available on eBay and other places. You don't see them all over the place. I wish they made more of them, but this is the poker model, and it's the one and only Sumerler that I have, and it has a stem biter stem, which is virtually indestructible. You can clench down on it. No fear of it breaking off in your mouth. A lot of my older pipes that I smoked to death there, I've had their stems replaced, and you'll be cruising along and all of a sudden crack right in your mouth. There's no fear of that happening with a Sumerler with one of these stems on it. I don't know much about the Sumerler company, but they make a good pipe as far as I'm concerned for a nice price. You don't have to pay hundreds of bucks. And I got this one about, let me see, a good, 10, 12 years ago, maybe a little bit more. And I forget what I paid for it, but I didn't break the bank. Let's put it that way. I bought it new at a shop. A brick and mortar is the slang term for them now. Yeah. And I'm using what I consider the best pipe lighter around for the money. It's a Calibri a pipe lighter model. Oh, by the way, last night I was on Google for the Hangout, and nobody showed except Raymond Remillard, and he and I had a 3-hour chat, but nobody stopped in, and they've been trying to get me to be on, and I finally did last night, but I guess folks had other stuff to do. But I did get on for the first time. I had to navigate around. I knew nothing about the Hangout feature. And I learned pretty well. The lighting was horrible. But he could see me with the light in the living room we have. Next week I'm going to be going from the dining room, which we had an overhead light, which will be a lot better. But Raymond and I had a wonderful talk, and from A to Z, a bunch of subjects, and it was a real pleasure meeting him. And if you're watching, Raymond, thank you for a wonderful chat. And coincidentally, we were both smoking frog. He was smoking on the Bayou, and I was smoking the original like I'm doing now. And we both had nice comments to say about the Frogmorton series of McClellan. Today my big job is to clean out one of my drawers that I keep odds and ends in, and it's a chore. I think we tend to get saddled with our possessions. There, as Einstein phrased it, I don't know exactly his words, but they become albatrosses around your neck, and you just have to decide what goes and what stays. Even sometimes if it's so, I've been meaning to hang on to this file or folder for a while, and I'm going to ditch it. You know, what do I need it for? I never refer to it. And so I'm spending my day doing that. And I'm getting a little bit frustrated with what to keep and what to chuck. So I don't know, maybe a garage sale's in the works. At least made some money out of stuff. There could be anything from political buttons to I know I have a small blue pipe. I decided to keep it, but I was debating whether to chuck it. And 20, 30 CDs I got to put in the CD cases. And you can pretty. I'm not a hoarder by any stretch of the imagination, but stuff does pile up. I'm sure you can empathize with me. I'm using my good old standard tamper that's available out there. One that's been around for years. You get the tamper portion and a kind of a scraper blunt blade type thing, and the tamper. And then you have a pick type thing. That's very useful. For those newcomers that haven't seen one of these, occasionally I use this to poke some residue out of a pipe. I have one pipe right now that's so clogged that I might have to have. What I used to do is, my mother had oxygen tanks later in life. To help her sleep at night, she had a cannula on. She didn't have the cannula on when she was up during the day, but it just sort of eased her mind to have it on at night. And this is years ago now. And what I used to do is take a bit of supply tubing from the tank and stick it on the end of the pipe. Would take the stem off and just blow it out, and that worked great. It's like under like a lot of pressure, an oxygen tank. And I don't know if anybody uses compressed air or O2 or anything like that, but it's a real good way to blow out the pipe. Yeah. And since oxygen, there's a there's a fallacy that goes around that it's explosive, but what it is, um, it it helps you know uh, the material burn faster. So when my pipe was uh, so I wouldn't have to light it. Sometimes I just put a little O2 over the bowl, and it would flare up real nice, sort of like when you stick a pipe out the window of the car, and it. But I wouldn't recommend it. And if you're under 18, please leave these videos. We don't want to encourage any young folks to take up smoking. Okay. I was downloading some funny videos from the 50s. Uh, excuse me. Uh, Talking to young people about certain things. And this one kid had career day. And the title of the piece is Daddy's a Fudge Packer. And if you want to look it up, it's funny. It's really a riot. The dad actually works in a candy factory, and he packages fudge and I guess other stuff. But the title is Daddy's a Fudge Packer. All one word, the fudge packer part. And so look it up. It's a riot. And they also do one on teaching kids about puberty, and there's one about dating from 1948, and there's a real funny one, 1949, and it has a 49 Pontiac, which is I'm a Pontiac collector, or was, and it's a great split window business type coupe, not a business coupe like Ford made, but one of the coupe models, I believe it was, and it's a doctor recommending Camel cigarettes, and it's a great piece. Of course, cigarette smoking, we all know, is no doctor would recommend that today, but 60 years ago, times were different. A lot of fun watching those old things. One of those days that the sun is going in and out, behind the clouds pretty much now, and so that's why I adjusted the lighting a little bit. No, my walls aren't green. It got a little dark there for a while. Well, we're coming down to going on 15 minutes now, and that's the end of the. I can make them longer, but I don't want to. I think 15 minutes is enough. Okay, you know what that means. Take care of yourself, be good, and by all means, happy smoking!